Alrighty guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video, I pretty much want to explain to you guys exactly how I got this car a little over a year into day trading. This kind of falls into the story that I told of how I quit my job and then I moved into my apartment. It all kind of happened in the same time. I got this car and then I moved into the apartment. Well, no, I actually moved into the apartment and then I got this car. So I'm going to kind of give you guys a little bit of like a rundown of how I got here in a little over a year. It's like a year and a couple months into day trading. And yeah, so I'm going to pretty much give you guys the entire backstory of how I got this absolutely beautiful car. For reference, if you guys don't know, this is a 2025 G87 BMW M2. I got this car brand new, 0 miles, and I've done all the modifications. I'll give you guys a rundown of all the modifications that I've done on this car. I'll give you guys a sound check. I'll give you guys the whole spiel of this entire car. So pretty much, in the beginning, obviously I was an unprofitable JIT. I was living at my mom's house. I wasn't making any money. And then I got introduced to day trading by my best friend, Pasha. Now, he was watching TJR at the time, and I was really interested in making money online because I hated working jobs. I've worked like, I don't know, over 15 jobs in my entire life. I was tired of it. And I knew that college wasn't the path for me. So I saw that he was watching TJR and he got me into day trading. So ever since that day I saw him watching TJR, I've been hooked. I was working at a car dealership at the time, and I brought my laptop to this car dealership and I was always watching videos on day trading now. I stuck with ICT from the beginning, and that's currently what I still trade. So I was 19 at the time, working full-time job at this car dealership, making no money from day trading. My eyes were absolutely glued to the chart the entire time, and I became absolutely obsessed with it. And I had a very, very large obsession with cars. I would always go to car meets. I was always obsessed with cars growing up. I would take videos of cars all the time, whether it was M cars, super cars, whatever type of car it was. I just loved cars. So I set out a plan and a goal for myself to get a BMW M car because BMW is my favorite brand. Obviously my favorite is McLaren, but as far as affordability at the time, it was a BMW. So I've always wanted a BMW. I was obsessed with BMW. I needed an M car. I knew that was going to be my first car I was going to get once I became profitable. So I set out a goal for myself, and I always wrote down in a notebook the exact car I was going to get, the exact color I was going to get. I imagined myself driving this car all the time, and it was this car. I freaking loved this car. I mean, how can you not love this car? It looks insane, right? I have it lowered, I have all the good stuff done to it. So I was constantly manifesting this car. I was watching videos on it. I remember I used to go on the websites and I used to spec out all of the mods that I would get for this car, or that I was gonna get for the car when I was unprofitable. And I would literally just add it in the car as if I was going to buy it, right? I was literally manifesting this car as if I had it. I was day trading. It took me about, I would say about 8, it's a little bit cloudy, but I would say it was around the 8-month mark is when I got my first payout. And it was a very small payout, obviously, and not enough to even quit my job whatsoever. I still needed more consistency and time under my belt. But it was about 8 months into day trading, I got my first payout. It was only a couple $100, like $360 to be exact, on Top Step, on one account, on 150K account. And I was like, cool. The fact that I've proven it to myself that I can do one payout on one account, there's no difference between me doing this on 5 accounts, me following the same strategy, the same exact system, same everything. So that's exactly what I did. I followed the same strategy, the same technical analysis, the same systematic approach that I had with one account, just with 5 accounts, right? So fast forward, after getting a couple more payouts on about one account, I then added another account and I went to 2 accounts. So now, at the time, I was trading 2 accounts and I was making around $2,000 to $3,000 per month on these 2 accounts. I was taking it slow. I was a very slow approached person when it came to day trading because now it's a little bit different in the day trading industry. Taking it fast and getting payouts fast and taking a trade every single day, making 5 figures a day is like the new norm, which when I started day trading almost 3 years ago, the normal was taking it slow, doing a very, very slow approach. I'm talking, I didn't even buy my first account 6 months into day trading, right? I took 6 months of just strictly learning the technical analysis because that's what I was taught in the beginning. So what you're seeing online, guys, is pretty unrealistic. Take it slow, all right? Take it slow just like I did. I took it very, very slow in the beginning, and fortunately it paid off. It saved me a lot of money from just going straight into it and buying an account, right? I know somebody who started day trading and they literally bought like 5 accounts their first day, completely blew it, and they quit day trading a week later. Like, that is the completely wrong approach. You can't be focused on the money. So yeah, I got a couple payouts on these 2 accounts. I was like I said, making around like 2 to 3K a month doing this. And I knew that my consistency was there. I was pretty much green almost every single month. Fortunately, because the model that I trade is pretty good, it's pretty high win rate and it's high frequency. It's just lower RR. I'm not making a crazy amount, but my frequency is there. So that's all that matters for prop firms. So after I proved myself consistency over the course of a couple of months on 2 to 3 accounts, making a couple grand, pretty much matching the same amount of money I was making at my job. So I was making around 6K a month at the time when I was on these two accounts, also with my job's income. I knew that in order for me to get a car like this, in order for me to completely change my life, get my own apartment, move out, do what I wanted to do, get the things that I wanted to get, I knew that 2 accounts wasn't enough, so I scaled to 3 accounts, right? I scaled to 3 accounts, and then that's when I was making around 6K a month from day trading, right? Adding on that extra account brought me another 2 to 3K a month. Obviously, it differentiates. It really depends on how much I'm risking that day, how much my payout was, etc. It was never like a set amount, like a set salary. That's the beauty of day trading. You set your own salary pretty much. So when I was on these 3 accounts, making around like 6K a month, I knew it was good. I knew I was almost in a position where I was like, okay, I'm making around 6K a month day trading. So on top of my job's income as well, I was hitting almost 5-figure months with these 3 accounts, with my job's income, right? I need to preface that, not with day trading alone, with my job's income. So I knew that, okay, it's like, I'm getting closer, right? I'm putting money away every single month. I'm doing good. I have like over 5 figures in savings. Like, my desire is still this car. Like I'm like dying to get this car, but I know I'm not in the position for it just yet. I wanted to save up at least how much the car was worth, just as a backup, right? Even though I was paying the car monthly, I wanted the money of the car just as a backup. So around 75 to 80 grand I wanted. So with this like 9K a month, like it was around like 7 to 9K a month. Obviously it differs on the payouts. Like I said, I knew I wasn't just yet ready, but I still could afford the payments technically if I wanted the car. Payments, I knew we were going to be probably around like 1,000 to 1,500 in that range with insurance, gas, etc., everything included. So I knew I had to work a little bit more and a little bit harder, and I knew I need to add on max allocation and show consistency over the course of a couple more months before I could even think about getting this car. So that's when I made the decision after a couple more payouts on these 3 accounts, and I've proven to myself, obviously the accounts don't last forever, so I blew them all, and then I went straight to max allocation. This is where things started to change for me severely. When I went on max allocation, I was even more picky with the setups that I took because I wanted to catch wins. I wanted to start making money. I wanted this car really bad. I proved myself over the course of a couple months, very, very good consistency. Some months being 100% win rate, not even any losses on the months. I proved myself, and this is, I need to preface, this is over a year into day trading. Probably closer around like a year and a half. So I've been in this journey for about a year and a half now, and I had a lot of payouts under my belt, just not max allocation payouts just yet. So when I got on max allocation, I proved myself consistency over the course of a couple months, and then this is when I started to make over 5 figures a month with day trading, not including my job, right? And obviously I was still working my job at the time, so I was making over 5 figures a month with day trading, which if you guys don't know, 5 figures is $10,000 plus. So I was making over $10,000 a month with max allocation, and then on top of my job with around another 3K income, I was making around 15 to 20K a month with everything included, right? So I was like, great, this is a much better standing. Let me do this for a couple more months, and then let me save up the exact amount that I need for this car, and then I will more than likely pull the trigger, right? I did exactly what I said I was gonna do, and that was, like I said, about a year and a half into day trading. And obviously, once I've reached that point where, okay, I have a couple more months of pretty good multi 5 figures, it is now time, and I think I am now in a position to get this car, have almost 6 figures saved up liquid. I'm like, I'm gonna get this car, and I think that I'm going to get my own apartment now. I think I've proven to myself that this can be my full-time job, right? If I'm making around 20, 30K a month from day trading, I don't need to really be working at my job for 3K a month anymore. So I made that decision to finally quit, and then obviously traded other prop firms, stacked on other accounts, and did the whole game, right? Still doing the whole game, I should say. So that was kind of the journey of me pretty much making the money that I wanted to make to afford this car. So once I could comfortably afford this car, I got the car. So that was about a year and a half, almost 2 years. Yeah, that was about like a year and a half ago, I would say, when I got this car. And ever since then, I've pretty much just been doing 10x what I was doing before. So I'm in a much better standing now. So yeah, you guys can only imagine. Yeah, I told myself I was going to do it, and I did it. Now, guys, this is hyper realistic for you guys. Hyper realistic. You guys can do this. It's not hard. You just have to have a game plan set out for yourself, right? Like I did. I did one account, did multiple payouts on that one account. Then I went to 2 accounts, got multiple payouts on those 2 accounts. Then I went to 3 accounts, got multiple payouts on 3 accounts, blew those accounts, jumped straight to max allocation. Things started to change for me, right? Fast forward a couple months after being on max allocation, I started to add on accounts and I started to do a lot better. Eventually went to 150Ks, etc., and just scaled significantly. And like I said, that was about a year and a half ago. And ever since I quit my job and got this car, things have just been amazing for me, and I just 100x what I was doing before. So yeah, that's pretty much the entire story. It doesn't get much more simple than that. I just locked in and I set goals for myself with day trading, and I did the things I told myself I was going to do. Now, obviously, it was an emotional roller coaster at some points, and I would blow accounts. I was never a perfect trader, but there were some months where I would blow an account and I would have to get more, etc. But really, I think before this whole new day trading industry kind of came alive, the process of taking things slow and really trying to maximize profits and really trying to maintain good psychology and learn the technical analysis before you even hop on accounts, that was the move before. That's honestly what got me profitable. But from what I'm seeing nowadays, where people are just, they're normalizing multi-5-figure days, and they're normalizing getting 10, 20, 30 stacked accounts, beginner traders are gonna see that and think that that's the normal, and that 1, 2 accounts in the beginning is nothing. So you have to come to the realization that you need to take this game slow. In the beginning, I took it slow. I took it very, very slow. And I'm very grateful for that, because it set up a nice level of patience for me, and it made me develop really good habits in the beginning. So I highly, highly, highly recommend you guys take it slow and don't really believe everything you see online, and don't really follow everything you see online, I should say, right? But now that I've explained my little story on how I got this beautiful car, I'm gonna show you guys the car now. So like I was saying before, this is my 2025 G87 BMW M2. I have the carbon roof on it, so let's show you that real quick. As we can see, I have the carbon roof package right there. I've got the beautiful black wheels with the large red calipers, and then I have the lasers on it. Of course, you have to spec out the lasers if you're getting this. The lasers are very, very important. So what I've done in the front end so far was I've PPF'd the front headlights. It's a PPF tint. A lot of people ask me what I did to my headlights, because when the lights are off, it's just completely black. It looks really, really sick. So yeah, I did the PPF headlight tint on that. I don't really remember where I got that, to be honest. And there's a piece of like cardboard or something. Take that out. But yeah, I don't really remember where I got that. You guys can just look it up if you want that. I haven't done anything to the mirror caps. They're stock, they're not carbon or anything like that. Then I did 5% tint all around the car. The front windshield, I believe, is 15%, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really truly remember. I got it done when I got the car done. But the sides are 100% 5% tint. And coming into the back over here, I have a carbon rear spoiler. It's a duck-built spoiler. I think this honestly makes the car right here, it looks so good. Oh my goodness. It looks absolutely amazing. And then here is the rear of the car right here. Coming into the rear, I have a taillight tint right there. So I just tinted this part of the taillight inside. It's just a film. I did that all myself. It was pretty easy. Don't mind the missing BMW badge. Somebody actually stole that. I was parked in Miami and I was walking back to my car and my badge was gone. Beautiful. I already ordered another one. It'll be here in a day or two, so I'll put that back on, but don't mind that. I did not do that. But yeah, for the back, really simple. Just got the Miami Heat black license plate, and then I did the taillight tint, and that's pretty much it, and the spoiler as well. And coming into the overall stance of the car, as you guys can see, I'm pretty low. Now, I'm not on coilovers, I'm on springs. I'm on a special type of springs. I don't really want to give away the sauce, but just know they're really, really good springs. They're the lowest springs you can buy for this car, and they're very underrated. But yeah, it makes there's pretty much like zero wheel gap. Like I can barely fit a finger in there. There's barely any wheel gap. It just looks absolutely amazing. I sometimes rock a front lip, but it doesn't really last that long. Maybe last me a couple weeks if I'm lucky, but they typically just break right off just because of how low I am. And also underneath the car, I have an oil cooler guard. You can kind of actually see it right here. I have an oil cooler guard right there. This is really important for M cars because the oil cooler is just completely exposed for some odd reason. But yeah, what I want to do to this car is I want to add yellow DRLs. I think that would look really, really good. But overall for the exterior, other than the yellow DRLs and the CS front grille, those are the only really two things I want to add to the car for exterior, maybe another front lip. But that's not all that's done to the car. That's just for cosmetics. I have a full straight pipe. I have catless downpipes. I have the MAD catless downpipes, and I have a MAD air intake. So I'll show you guys that. I have a 3.5-inch non-resonated single mid pipe. It's actually custom made from this guy in, I think Pompano it was. Yeah, it's fully custom made. It sounds absolutely insane. And I have an SST valve controller. So my valves open up 100%. So the car is completely straight piped from the cats. It's completely straight piped. There's no restrictions whatsoever. But fortunately, I can actually keep it quiet because I have a valve controller. I can shut the valves or I can open them. And I'm gonna show you guys the air intake real quick. And I'm gonna show you guys the interior right here. Don't mind, there's some stuff in there or whatever. But here's the interior. Pretty simple. I don't have carbon buckets. I didn't actually order this car. It was the one that was coming into a dealership, so I just took it. But it does have the carbon package inside. As you can see, I have the carbon steering wheel and I have the carbon on the right under the dash right there, and also right over here I have carbon fiber. Really, really, really nice. So yeah, that's pretty much that for the interior. Got the seats right here, got the blue stitching on the seats. Pretty basic interior, nothing too crazy. I needed the carbon. The carbon was extremely important. Got these awesome paddle shifters right here. Clicky and stuff. Yeah, I might add magnetic paddles, we'll see. But that's it for the interior. Let me show you guys the air intake. It actually looks really freaking cool. And then I'll give you guys a little bit of a sound test as well. But here are the air intakes right here. A little bit dirty, but nothing else done to the engine. My car is stock. I haven't modified it in terms of the ECU and tuning, but it actually does shoot flames, believe it or not. I have a couple videos of my car shooting flames. It pops ridiculously loud because it is fully straight piped. But yeah, those are the air intakes right there, and I'll give you guys a sound check real quick. So yeah, that's how the air intakes sound. Let me know how that sounds. Now let's do an exhaust sound real quick. This is where it gets really good. It's extremely loud. I'm in a park right now. I mean, it's pretty empty here. I don't think anyone's gonna get too mad. I'll just do it real quick. As you guys can hear, that idle is really loud. So yeah, very, very loud, as you guys can hear. Just listen to the idle on this thing. Jeez, but yeah, guys, it sounds even crazier when doing drive-bys. I'll include some clips of that too. Oh shoot, see there's some horses over there. You guys see there's some horses over there? Yeah, it's probably not the best place to rev it. But it doesn't look like anyone else is mad, so we're chilling. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up the little review of the car. I'm gonna include some clips of the car right now. How loud that idle is, I can hear it from here, all the way over here. But yeah, guys, this car is an absolute beauty. I'm extremely grateful for this car. I hope this video kind of motivated you. I want you guys to know it is extremely possible to get a car like this. You just have to create goals for yourself and stick with them. Just stick with the goals, I promise you. Just stick with the goals and keep day trading, keep trying. I know it's hard in the beginning, but it's worth it. It unlocks things like that, all right? So now I'll give you some little POV inside clips. Just sounds absolutely ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Those are flames coming out, by the way. Zero traction. So yeah, guys, I'm not gonna do any more degen activity, but you guys understand how it sounds. This car is freaking amazing. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Peace out.